thank you so much for your messages. That's what I'm gonna start today. Obviously, we've moved them to 7 a.m. 7 a.m.s, man. 9 a.m.s is like you can have a lie in that we're gonna when you lot wake up, it's gonna be out. You can watch this. But the reason why I'm saying thank you so much that I done a video yesterday just about it was mental health, anxiety, PTSD, like just pressure. Yesterday I wasn't feeling great, man, but I feel a lot better today. And the messages that you lot have sent me, God bless you, thank you, especially the older generation and the people them. So thank you, man. I appreciate you. Yesterday it was just, do you know what it was? You gotta understand, I am very grateful. I'll always be grateful with the position that I'm in. So what I realized as well, it's like dealing with when things are going your way. Remember, we're always planning. Oh yeah, we're planning to do this, we're planning to do this. And we set so much high expectations. It's like we always let ourselves down because it don't go according to plan. So when I started doing YouTube, I just said I'm going to release videos. And at the end of the year, I'll be happy to get 5,000 to 6,000 views, but I'm going to release one video a day just to build up my personal brand. So there was no big plan around it. It was just, I'm going to do this. And then it started progressing and progressing and progressing. Then it started just getting to this and it just started spiraling out of control. And bro, do you know what I mean? You dream of these things, you know what I mean? Not even that you dream of these things, but it's like when you have your moment, you never think that, sometimes you never think that it's going to be you to have your moment. Like the stigma online for years has just been like, yeah, this guy is, he's not liked. So for me to have my moment or see how many videos have been made in a positive way, I'm just like, wow, like I'm in a bubble. But then sometimes it's like you just feel mad. And how I deal with like pressure, remember when all this is happening, you have like the whole world contacting you. So you want to be a people pleaser. So you want to reply to people or this and sometimes you can't because it just will take a toll on your mental health or it will take a toll on everything. So yesterday I was just mad, like, this week it's just been like, I'm in a bubble. So after I ran the 8K, I felt so much better. I felt like I released, you get me? Like, I just, even, it was very hard to get me running in the desert and that uneven ground, but I felt so much better waking up this morning and that even you guys, like the support is crazy. And obviously, I'm gonna flip my screen just for this lady. Like I've been speaking to her. I don't even know when I started speaking to her. Maybe it might have been a couple months. With me, I don't listen. Like I'm not always on my socials. My team runs my socials, but in the mornings I might breeze through a certain things and something catches my eye. I will reply to it. I'm not one of them people that is like, I know the value and the power, and I know how important it is to engage with your community. Period. And listen to your community. Like a lot of people or a lot of influencers or a lot of artists or whatever, obviously they forget that. They forget it's their community that got them here. It's no one else. It's you guys that's got me here. So, do you know what I'm trying to say? Obviously we're only one person. So, and I'm not no Jay-Z or Beyonce. I'm just Miles. So, but this really hit home for me when I read a message like this, and it was like, yeah, I'll flip the screen now, I'll just read it so you lot can see it. But it says, Bouncer, I'm really worried about you. I just watched your 7 a.m. drop. You may wonder where I get the time, but I'm at home living with stage 4 cancer. My world has changed in the last 8 years. I hope your 4-hour massage works wonders. Look after yourself. Your loved ones love you. You have a lot to give them, which is beautiful. I watch your content for so many reasons. You are a godsend. I have run many projects since leaving full-time employment due to the cancer, but watching you is encouraging me to find the right angle to own my own IP, etc. Take care and thank you. Like that there for me is like, oh my God, to receive that message. Firstly, like, God bless you. And I hope you're well. I did respond back. But that's crazy. And you never know what people are going through. She's worried about me and she's having to battle stage 4 cancer. That gives me the drive to be like, nah, I got to get up and I got to make sure I achieve. I got to make sure I do better. I got to make sure, you know, that we shift the culture, especially for independence. Because reading that is deep. You never know what people are going through. You never know what people are going through during their journey, but they still find time to watch my content. When I think back, because sometimes when you're from rough beginnings or gang culture or whatnot, you just think about the streets. You think about the streets, and this is what I always try to say. I say to certain people, like, when you're from the streets or you grew up on the block or you're in the park or you grew up in prison, which I did, that's that low vibration of conversation, gossiping about people or having that mindset. You think that the streets are the world. When we realize black people amount to 4% in the country, and we realize actually Caribbean people, as I'm Caribbean, is like around 400,000-500,000 people in the country, like Caribbean. So then you look at it and you look at market share and you really think, oh, this space is not, it's not really as big as it seems. And when I always say the 97%, it's like I look at Pen Game, for example, their platform, yeah. Their platform is a freestyle platform, anyone that don't know. But they're part of the 97%. Now GRM, Shea Borough, they're part of the 4%, the 3%, the 4%. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So if you break out into the 97%, you're there. If you're in the 3%, 4%, and then you got gatekeepers controlling it, there's no progression. And most of our culture's in that 3-4%. Because that's just what it is, and that's what it is. And for people to change their mindset, like in a sense of like, you need to change your friends, bro. Like, if your friends, and you can still love them, but you need to distance yourself. Like, you need to get up and leave. I got up and leave. I moved to Dubai. Why did I move to Dubai? I came out of prison 2018. And big shout out to I got a great relationship with all man's brethren. But for me, I came out of prison 2018. I done nearly 10 years in prison. In 2018, guys, I was doing parties, play dirty parties. So you gotta understand, and I always tell this story so people can see the mindset of having to evolve. Yeah, I was doing play dirty parties, running them, boom, 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 boom. The man them's doing well. The man them's doing music, Conan, and boom, they're gone. Get me, 200K, 150K. I remember they got £225,000 for like an hour set on wireless. That's crazy, right? But then I realized all the other man them, everyone's there, boom, we done play dirty parties. So the gal them, the women that was coming to play dirty parties, then over the years, they stopped coming. Why is that? Well, 7 years later, we like to think that some of the women had kids, they got married, they've evolved, they've bought property, that's just not, they've been there and done that. Yeah? But what I realized is the women that was too young to go to the play dirty parties or the litty critties or whatnot, you get me? And by the way, litty critty has an amazing event and his business and he gets him paid. But I'm just talking about the mindset of stuck in the matrix, yeah? So I'm just giving this example. But the women that couldn't go, now they can go. You get me? Now they can go. But a lot of the man them that was going 2018 are still going to 2025. Like 7 years later, we're still going to the same place. Then we have to actually listen and look at ourselves. And in that 7 years, we have to ask ourselves, what have we done? What have we done? What have we done in 7 years? And if you look in the mirror and think about it and be like, raw, 7 years later, man ain't really been done, man hasn't done anything, but man's going outside celebrating failure. But that's what it is. Like, man's not putting energy into career and whatnot. And me being a 36-year-old man, I can't be touching nearly 40 with not my stuff in order going to these places. I can't. I can have my stuff in order, have a portfolio of 50 houses and this and that and do what I want, because it's like I've managed the grind. And that's why I moved to Dubai. I said, listen, I got to change my circle of friends. They're my brothers. I will circle back, but let me focus on what I'm doing, change my circle of friends. Let me build up my businesses, my infrastructure, and let me build up let me get a retirement plan set in place. That period. And that's just what it is. But the difference with man was, obviously, within the 7 years, this is the first years that I've been building. And what I say to everyone, because you see, when you see a vision, yeah, I'm a person that will see something and I will just dumb down and do it. When you start thinking of the big plan around it, it don't work. But when you just execute it, you do it, it will work. Like, and not that it will work, but you tweak things on the way. You get me? And then you discuss it. So I'm like, look, like, I've built multiple businesses, multiple personalities, artists, I've developed them. I understand that if I can do that, I can do it to myself. Like respectfully, like I ain't really got time to keep on either getting my back stabbed or having to go through the traumas of not trusting people. I can trust myself. I don't all I need is a consumer. I need my people. I need you guys. And if you're taking some motivation from it and that, then let's go. Let's rock. Let's do what we're gonna say we're gonna do. But I'm gonna give you value. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm gonna give it to you. I'm not gonna speak. I'm putting things in place to actually give you value. Like, boom. But it's up to you what you want to do, because I'm doing it. Like, I'm not sitting back. I'm doing it. There's no excuses. So, and a lot of people want their hands held. And going back to the event stuff, it made me realize, like, if I didn't get out of that bubble, I could be 40 and not have anything to my name. But back in the day, I had things to my name, but I was slowly deteriorating, because it was like, man's in 40 going into events with 22-year-olds, 23-year-olds, 25-year-olds, but I'm a 40-year-old man. Where man should be, if anything, going on holidays, like with the boys, or going on different and evolving in that sense, like going here and seeing the life. And even going to these events, it's like a high risk that you can lose your life anyway, because you're in the hood. So for me, it was just like, look, I need to find myself. And where I kept on going wrong was putting energy into other people's businesses, directing traffic into people's businesses, doing that into people's businesses, and not focusing on me. Not focusing on me. And I'm thinking, bro, like, what will make you content? What will make you content? What are you happy with? Get me? Amazing. I can work with brands. If brands approach me, I know, boom, 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 it makes sense. Amazing. But do I need to depend on brands to pay my bills? No. I've got the skill set of a lot of things. I know how to build a business. Get me? This is a business now. This is a media empire, and it's at its first stages. I live in a villa. I have multiple rooms. I'm about to build a 30K podcast setup. And the reason why I invested money into the podcast, because if you're going to run a full production, get the camera lenses and whatnot, you want it to just look so crazy, where you lot have been through this journey of raw and authentic. So I have to now give you great edits and that. So there's two options that you lot can take in. The updates is this, and do you know what I'm trying to say? But what I'm trying to say is, like, that's me investing in myself, but not only in that, me investing in equipment. I done a post at the beginning of this year. I can't even remember. I said this setup, yeah, it's like 15K, and I said this is a £100 million empire. That's what I said. This is a £100 million empire. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna get there, but this is £100 million empire. In my head, it already is. So right now, it's just building. But understand, like I follow USPs. I'm looking at Joe Budden's USP. Now, Joe Budden's USP is patron. So he's patron. He gives his audience what they want. You get me? Some of you lot might get annoyed with the adverts. Some of you lot could pay £2 or £5 to skip the adverts and get the patron every month. He gives the audio. There might be other things where they call up. This. These are the areas that I want to look at with the podcast. But also, not only that, it's just understand, okay, this media empire. Okay, cool, the updates. Okay, cool, I'm doing motivation or just giving you rawness. People like this. So it's always, when you're building a business, it's always about trial and error. Okay, cool. I now know I have a huge woman fan base. I need to start making more content for women in terms of companies that's owned by women, what they done, how they got there. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And not just gossip Ackhiii or this rapper or this drill rapper or this is what's going on. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But it takes time. So when you're going through, when you're having these moments like raw, sometimes you get pressure and the mental health and the pressure and the PTSD and everything comes back and you're just like, raw, this is too much. So yeah, man, I'm just a normal person. Gonna carry on doing what man needs to do. I'm following the Joe Budden USP because he owns his own IP and he just puts out content. Again, he put out content. He started, I think, 2015, just audio. Then he changed it to visuals, 2016. And I think how many years ago, Spotify offered him 40 million. He turned it down. And then now he's making 20 million a year off his own IP. Now that's what you call amazing. You know what I mean? He's got like 6 co-hosts. So I thought, you know what I mean? I live here with my brethren. I got my digital marketing team coming. I got my other boy, Z, your boy, coming back here. And I'm thinking, right, like 2026 is time just to really scale, lock in, and create as many shows as possible. But yeah, man, it was just a message. Like, I've got people that watch me that's going through real life, health. So I ain't gonna let you lot down. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna let you lot down. I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna keep on tweaking things and become the best version of myself and for the people. There will be a lot of changes in 2026 as I'll be focusing on marketing, like as a whole, businesses, like not just music. There'll be an area of music, but that whole transition. That's why I'm doing my last music seminar this month, because the marketing side of businesses and making young entrepreneurs and business owners know the fundamentals of how to grow their business and get leads and where to invest their money and not keeping getting scammed by people saying that they can do this, that, and it not going right. Do you know what I mean? So I thought, to grow our culture, like get the economy or whatever, our culture, education is key. Do you know what I mean? I've got a lot of people. I got my phone book. My network is very powerful. Do you know what I mean? And it took me Dubai to moving here, like to living in Dubai, to meet the people. Crazy, like the amount of people that I met that gave me the game that will be worth hundreds of thousands of pounds. Like this is how you do it. Like from funnels, from making sure your digital ads, how much it costs per lead, like to save money on that, and just multiple things. You know what I mean? Call to actions and hooks, and you know what I'm trying to say, retention. All these things, I didn't know these things, like, so yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm okay today. I'm back, you get me? So make sure you like, comment, subscribe. There'll be more videos as well on this channel from the morning going up. So yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Peace.